So what happened with me is it was not even yesterday. After I'd gone through a couple different agencies, people had talked to me about Alaska. And let me tell you this, okay? A different agency was talking to me about Alaska. That's great. I mean, that will be like, it's definitely an experience I want to do. However, the area of Alaska they were going to send me in, when I was researching online, I was not seeing anyone going to this area of Alaska. So I did some research and I'm just kind of going backwards because I want to tell you kind of what happened to me a couple days prior, because you're super excited and they give you these places, but it's up to you ultimately. I mean, very important for you to do research, especially if you're going to be traveling really far, do research on that area. Because what happened to me was this area of Alaska, I looked it up. I went to their town area of Alaska. And this was after I watched a YouTube video, actually on another YouTube video of a travel nurse talking about Alaska, but she wasn't talking about this area. I did research on this area of Alaska, okay? First of all, this area is one of the most remote areas of Alaska. When I looked it up, yeah, they would have supplied my housing. I would have been flown out there without, actually I didn't even have to pay up front for a flight. This company, and I think it's a good company, but it's just not going to work because, they would fly you there. You would be put in housing from the hospital facility. And see right here, here's another recruiter calling me right now. But I'm going to finish doing this take. So anyway, this area of Alaska, what I end up finding out is, sure, when you hear the dollar amount, it was pretty good. I mean, it was pretty good amount. It was like, I think, $1,400 per week. However, okay, this area of Alaska, there's maybe a population of 3,000. So basically, it's so remote there because of glaciers and that to get on and off this little like island area, you would have to take a small plane. So ultimately, when I looked up this Alaska area, there was one restaurant and one grocery store. So my thinking is, okay, so let's look at economy-wise there. So I did some more research and found that this area of Alaska was 60% higher in inflation of food costs than all of the Alaska area. And, actually I went on the website for the town and they even give you kind of a list of what their prices are in groceries. Okay, oh my gosh. I could not believe this. I was like, what the heck? So in 2011, okay, a gallon of milk in 2011 was like $14, okay? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? And I'm addicted to pop. Yes, I shouldn't be. There's a lot of things I need to change with my habits, but a 12 pack of Coke was going to be like $18. Are you kidding me? I was like, there is no way. I mean, even if I didn't have housing in that, my grocery costs for me to live would just eat away at any income I thought that I was, doing. And ultimately, I'm going to be away from all civilization. Even though the housing was supplied, it was supplied by the hospital. So then one thing you have to remember is, if this is supplied by the hospital, depending on what area it is, and most time it's going to be a good experience, I think. However, I do know from friends also that travel that some remote areas like that, they kind of think they own you. So then it's like, and they don't provide your meals. There is areas of Alaska that I researched that provide your meals 3 times a day, and that would be the way to go. But this area didn't. So man, just in grocery costs, and then on top of it, when me and my husband were talking, the amount of money I would have to spend for my first travel assignment, especially in that area, would be so expensive on clothing to stay warm that I would be pretty far in debt before I even began. So anyway, just to tell you a little bit, I mean, I did my research. So ultimately, whether you're going to Florida, whether you're going to California, it doesn't matter where you go, do research on that area, especially of the cost. Even though you get a meal stipend, if a gallon of milk is $18, holy cow. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, I couldn't even live on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I could, but, a thing of bread was $12. I mean, and this was in 2011. So what is it now? And I mean, I think it would be a great experience. And I don't want to downplay any experience at all going to Alaska because I think if you find the right area and you do the research, it would be awesome, because someday I am going to do it. So anyway, I was, what I'm saying is I'm glad I did not jump on that, because I was so super stoked. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to Alaska. And I'm sending it to my mom and I'm sending it to my sisters. And then they're getting frustrated because they're like, okay, I thought you were going here. I thought you were going here. Now you're going to Alaska? Are you kidding me? But anyway, so I just want to tell a story because I was floored. I was like, this is more expensive than Hawaii would be. And Hawaii is like a vacation. I mean, and ultimately Hawaii was another option I did have from a company. And it would be, I was so tempted. Who doesn't want to go to Hawaii? Who? But if ultimately, and I had to think about things logically, I'm like, Hawaii